So my snow shovel got broken. It's broken, yeah. Basically what happened, the wall of the shovel into which was a attached handle got rusted through, or maybe just weakened through the years of usage. I have no idea, but yeah, I can't just use it now to remove a snow. So I have two options. First would go to the shop and buy, scratch that. I have just one option. I'm not gonna buy a new shovel. It's gonna snow in hell before I buy something new. No. So I have just one option. I have to fix it. But how? And that's where my brilliant idea came. You see that thingy behind me? Yeah, that's an expansion vessel. Expansion vessel that was actually connected to my heating system. But the membrane inside, it's gone. And this is one of those expansion vessels you can replace membrane in. So, basically, piece of rubbish right now. It was just lying around here and I was thinking what can I use it for, if I will use it for, but now I can use it. And I will use it as a donor. Yes. I'm going to combine pieces of my expansion vessel with my snow shovel, so I can remove all that snow that actually has fallen during the last 2 days. And there's a lot of it. So, how am I going to do it? Stick around so you can see how that thing will fix this thing. So I created a template, template, which I will use to draw the shape, or as a template, yeah, which I will use just to mark where I'm going to cut it. When that is done, we'll cut this bad boy. We will take our don apart for our sick show. I will fix it. Stick around. So now when I have my plates, what I will with them, I will actually use them as a reinforcement of the broken material. So I will somehow attach them to the wall, drill a new holes that will hold the handle, and hope that it's gonna work. It will. It must. So this is how it looks right now. So I have a huge hole here. I need to attach this somehow to the wall. This is not even a flat. It's curved because we know where it came from. And this side of the shovel part of it, it's flat, and the other one it's curved. So what I will do, I will first flatten this, and then I somehow will try to recreate the curve. Yes, that's gonna be difficult. I barely have a hammer. And now I'm blacksmith. I have a very wobbly anvil. I will have to do. Relatively flat. Now the other one. Yeah, I think that I should call it plastic surgery. So I have my drafts here. Let's apply them to the body. Okay, my blacksmith days are over now. So now when I have done preparation of our drafts, I'll simply put them where they belong. I will mark them. Then I will pre-drill holes or drill holes in the... What is that? In a shovel. Preparation for stitches, if you want. And when I have done that, I will put those plates back again and mark where holes are going to be on these. So yeah, let's do that, I guess. Patient is waiting for its next or second chance. Oh yeah, you will serve me whole winter. Maybe even next one. Okay, little change of plan. I went through whole house and all I found were these. So these are 8. That would basically mean that I can use at least in one corner, in each corner, one of them. It's not enough. I was picturing it to really attach it quite in more than just a few spots. So I have right now 4 bolts for each plate. That's not gonna fly. So I came up with a brilliant idea, and it will go with a team. it will look super ugly, but why not? I will use this strip with a hose. Also I found this, probably the rest of some steel cable, and I will stitch it together. I will stitch it together. Yeah. Watch me do it. Why do I need them? Glad that you ask. Let me explain it to you. As I mentioned with the screws or bolts, I'm very low on those. I found just 8. Guess how many washers I found? Nil, 0, nada, none. So these will essentially serve also as a washer, because when the plate goes here, this will go on the other side. So it should, in theory, prevent the bolts to tear the very, very thin metal of the blade. And also there are holes, so I will know where to make a hose for my stitches. Sometimes you make your strip way longer than you need, so you need to cut them probably 3 times. Thread time. I just realized that if I would do the holes and everything before I bent it, it would be so much easier. So, if you are going to fix your shovel and use my method, probably get a new shovel. It's way easier. And this is more fun. Do the holes before you bend your metal. Now it's gonna be a bit tricky to make a holes. But it is what it is. So okay, so you have it done. I actually tap the hose. Why? I don't have any spring washers or anything to actually secure the the nuts. So the plate will serve as a nut, and the nuts I found, I will use them as a contra to fix it. So in theory it should last a bit longer, hopefully. So now I have attached the metal drafts on a patient body. It was but we are getting there. We are getting there. So right now it's bolted to the shovel. What I have to do is essentially to put their contra nuts. Those nuts basically will be holding the bolt and hopefully prevent it from loosing. Hopefully. And also I have to drill the holes through the snow blade so we can stitch it up. So let's do it. Little tea break. By the way, I was told that I was referring to this as a drafts. It's not a draft. I meant skin graft. So, if you know this, I'm sorry. And if you didn't know this, always when I said a draft, I'm in a skin graft. Yeah, because this is my patient. I'm so glad that he is dead. Because what doctor doesn't know the terminology? Bad one. Well, actually, I don't know. Was the Frankenstein actually doctor? Dr. Frankenstein? Or professor? Or just Mr. Frankenstein? Let me know down in the comments, please. I have to say that so far it doesn't look so bad. It would look way better if I would have a better tools or machinery. If I would have a bolts or plenty other things. If I would have even just a sheet of a metal thinner than what I took from that expansion vessel. And you know what? Everybody can do everything or anything if they have a tools and material for it. But try to do something when you don't have any of it. When you have a something, but not everything. Does it make sense? Maybe not. But I want to say, sometimes it's way more fun to try to fix something with a little you have. Yeah, look at this. I even don't know if it's gonna... No, it's gonna work. If I would even think that there is a slight chance of it not being functional, then this would be quite a waste of a time. But I can tell you one thing straight away. It's gonna work and it's gonna serve me for winter. And probably winter after that as well. Okay, so now when we have those skin grafts attached, what I'm going to do, I will drill all those holes so we can stitch it. So let's do it. I hope that the stitch it's correct way to say. If not, then you will see what I mean eventually. Okay, now it's as holy as a church. Ha 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 ha. So now all the holes are made. Now let's put the thread through. Okay, wire doesn't act like a thread. Good lesson to learn. So, I will actually cut it into pieces. Make sort of this U-shape. Put it through the two holes and then spin it together to create a tension. So, let's try that. Okay, this seems to be working. Okay, so shovel is ready. Now the rest of the stuff. So we are missing bolts here, missing bolt here, and there is a Phillips bolt. So already somebody was placing it. It's loose. Missing bolts there. So let's go with the team. this is how it looks when you wrap a nail around. So, and let's fix also. On the first side, I actually put a nail through and then bend it around and put a wire to actually stabilize it. And I really like that idea of a nail going through and holding it, because if I would put just a wire, it would snap. So here I actually found the bigger nails and I wrapped them around. I put them through and then wrap them around. Same was done here, and we are ready. We are ready to receive a shovel. So, everything works as it should, even the function, which is basically for tipping the snow, and also it goes back. So, if I should judge it based on the functionality, it's perfect, but it's sort of a... I turn it into the item you would take out only during the midnight, and only if there is no full moon, so nobody sees it. It's ugly as the... It's ugly. It's very ugly. But it's functional. So, who said that I will have to buy a snow shovel? So, this is what we manage, or what I manage, with that fixed shovel today. I think that's a very impressive. Yeah, but new problem has arisen. Yeah, it is snapped here. That's not a problem with the fix or anything, it's just the way I am pushing against it. It's just the material is weak here. So, another fix is coming.